Greetings, and salutations. Shalom, peace be unto you. Welcome to I Am Sure Sports. I am Omar Stennett. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. And if you did not, don't worry. I am sure that this is going to be a better week for you. Because once there's life, there is hope. You understand me? And no matter what, human strength, friends and family can help us to cope. No joke. So check it out. We are here for another good one. But first, I want to thank all our subscribers to the channel. Really appreciate it. We are getting closer to the 500, and we are believing that by the end of this week, we'll have 500 subscribers. So if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It's very simple. You just hit that word subscribe. It's in red. If it's in red, it means you have not yet subscribed. I know you watch the videos. Also, listen, get others to subscribe. The big target right now is 1,000, but 500 is a halfway, and we give thanks for every single one. Make a comment. Also follow us on Instagram and on our Facebook platform. We always have a little word of encouragement for you. We're also on Irie Times TV. Check them out every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Different times throughout the weekend. You can see our program there. All right. Also hit the notification bell because we have some good live shows coming up. I don't want to release who our guests are, but we have some good guests coming up to talk some NBA basketball, some track and field, some cricket and football right across Jamaica. So stay tuned for that. Yo, see me? I am sure. Yeah, well, we have a lot to cover in this episode, and so we're going to jump right into it. And the first thing we want to get into is the Champions League. Yeah, man. Big congratulations to Chelsea in winning the Champions League. I had predicted that Manchester City would have won, though I had Chelsea finishing second in the Premier League because I really rate this coach highly. Tomas Tuchel, one of the Germans. So the last couple of Champions League, they have been won by German coaches. You have Jurgen Klopp from Liverpool and Tuchel, he was at PSG last year, went to the final, lost to Bayern Munich, and then bam, here it is that they have won again. So congratulations to Chelsea. A really tactical masterclass and tactical mistakes on City side. I think Pep needs a pep talk because he made some serious errors. If you analyze the game, you would realize that Pep made two significant changes to his most successful team. What did Pep do? Number one, he didn't play with a holding midfielder or a CDM in the game, like a proper CDM. He didn't play with Rodri or Fernandinho, which has been either both of them or one of them throughout the season in the City side. And so he played without that. So he had Gundogan and Bernardo Silva and Kevin De Bruyne in midfield. All right, he also handed Raheem Sterling a start, and Raheem Sterling has not been starting throughout the season. So what would normally happen is with the holding midfielder, he would have Gundogan and Bernardo Silva playing in the midfield with either Rodri or the other person would be Fernandinho, and then up front he'd had Phil Foden, Mahrez, and Kevin De Bruyne would play the false nine. He didn't do that, and I think it kind of messed up the chemistry and the tactical play of his team. And Chelsea are a very good defensive outfit. They scored one and they held on. City never looked like a threat until Kun Aguero came on and Gabriel Jesus. So again, Pep, got it wrong. I know many people rate him as the GOAT. I think he's a very good coach. I don't think he's the greatest of all time. I think club football is never the most accurate measurement of how great a player is or how great a coach is. If the World Cup were played every 2 years, I think it would give a better indication of who some of the top coaches are. Because when you think about a national coach who gets players in 4 or 5 days and can put them together in a tactical way to win a match and then win a tournament, you realize that it takes a lot more work and tactical maneuvering to get a team to do that. But you have to give Pep his props for what he has accomplished in club football, but he hasn't won the Champions League in a while, because I think he makes too many unnecessary adjustments to his team. We don't know what is happening in the background, but it just never made any sense. Some of the things he did yesterday, on Saturday, in the game. Conte, played well. He was on Kevin De Bruyne like tick and Coleman. He never gave him a chance, and then De Bruyne got injured and he was taken off and thing. So again, congratulations to Chelsea, congratulations to Villarreal, who won the Europa Cup. They defeated Manchester United 10-11 penalty shootout. That was also a good game. I thought Manchester United chose the wrong day to have their worst day, and that led them to losing. So congratulations. On the couple of friendlies were played in CONCACAF. Mexico defeated Iceland in Dallas by 2-1, and the United States lost to Switzerland. The USA preparing for the Gold Cup. Switzerland preparing for Euro 2020, though it will be played this year, which is 2021. It was postponed from last year, and this year the tournament will be played. So good footballing season. It's in the crazy time now when people be talking about transfers, which player moving from here to there, which team will be changing coaches. We have been seeing the dominoes falling in terms of coaching, and many coaches have moved on. We see Allegri going back to Juve. We see Conte leaving Inter Milan. We see Flick leaving Bayern to pick up the job short after the Euro of the German national team. Eddie Howe was on his way to Celtic, and that didn't go through. So a lot of changes where people are wondering where Pochettino is going to end up. People are questioning whether or not Solskjaer will keep his job at Manchester United. But we will see. There's a lot. So keep your ears open and your eyes open so you can see and hear what is happening in the transfer window. But it's going to be an exciting time in the summer. Several, I think, adjustments and changes are going to be made to teams in preparation for next season. So that's kind of a quick roundup of what is happening across Europe. Euro 2020 will be coming up, and we'll be discussing the prospect, looking at the different zones, and see who will come out of the zones. We're going to have a show that is dedicated to that, right? There's a zone, for example, that has Portugal, France, and Germany, and Hungary. I call that the zone of death, and we're going to look at that and see, who will come out on top, right? So friendlies are being played now all over, and the Reggae Boz, they have some friendlies over in Japan. They play Japan, then they play Serbia, and then they play against the Japan under 23. Now I'm going to take some time to kind of break this down, because there are some very concerning stuff that has come up in the last couple of days. So the team, for the most part, left Jamaica on Saturday en route to Japan, and initially a 30-man squad was selected to go, and out of that 30, 8 persons pulled out, and 10 persons pulled out really, or let me get it right, 9 persons, 9, and 2 persons were brought in to replace. Alright, and so now there's a 23-man squad. So let me give you an idea of some of the persons who are not in the squad to Japan. And they were in the original list. If you go back to our videos, you will see the original list. So Bobby Reed pulled out for personal reasons. and Michael Hector pulled out for personal reasons. All right, and Ethan Pinnock had the finals of the championship, and this is a championship playoff to get to the Premier League. Ethan Pinnock plays for Brentford, and he played in that game with Ivan Toney, who we are trying to get to play for Jamaica. Ethan Pinnock played, and so he was not available to go to play the friendlies in Japan. All right, we're going to get back to this, right? So he pulled out, and Curtis Tilt has been brought in to replace him. Jamal Lowe also was in the championship playoffs. He played for Swansea City, and so he was not able to go because of the playoffs as well. And so he was removed from the squad. So you have Ethan Pinnock, Jamal Lowe, Michael Hector, Bobby Reed. All right, you had the Leon Bailey that pulled out, Mikel Antonio that pulled out. That's 6 so far. Give you the names. All right. On top of that, Alvas Powell has pulled out. Andre Blake has pulled out. Kemar Taxi Lawrence has pulled out. And then recently, Ravel Morris is out, and Shamar Nicholson is out. And then Lamar Walker got injured. In fact, so that's like 13 players. All right. Some of these players I think have legit excuses. I think Ethan Pinnock, for one, had a championship. And Lowe had a championship. Corey Burke also pulled out. See all the names? So we have gone there with a weakened team. And so there are some serious questions that need to be asked. What is question number one? Question number one is very simple. How long ago did these players know that they had other engagements during the time of the friendly? Or did the JFF just call them without first speaking to them about their availability? The USA played a match and Mexico played a match, and their full squads were there for their friendlies. Jamaica is playing, and we don't have our full team. Now, if the JFF gave them ample time, there must be ample time for the JFF to replace players. So if a player is not able to attend a game for whatever reason, the federation needs to know at least 3 days before departure so they can try to find other players to replace those. Because when we lose games, it affects our FIFA ranking. And that doesn't argue well for our football generally and other players seeking contract. Is it that everyone had really legit excuses? I don't know. I can only base my conversation on what I've seen. Now, Ethan Pinnock should not have been named in the side. Jamal Lowe should not have been named in the side. Because we all knew that they had the championship that they were in. So we could have found other players for them. As it relates to Alvas Powell is trying to seek a club. There's no way he should have been named in this squad. All right? Andre Blake is the captain. He should have been here. It cannot be because of the MLS, because all the USA got their MLS players, Mexico got their MLS players. So that's no excuse from where I stand. Lamar Walker, legit, he's injured. Shamar Nicholson, I understand that there's a visa issue. Like, come on. If these things are true, come this is just been figured out? Bobby Reid, people are saying that, well, personal reasons, he may be tired after a long season. But the United States of America players are available for their team. And they have had long seasons. Christian Pulisic played in the Champions League. He's going to be available for their friendlies. I don't know. But questions need to be asked and they need to be answered. This cannot continue because it will continue to the detriment of the national football team. And at the end of the day, if the GFF fails, football fails. If the players fail, football fails. And it is a collective failure. Don't think for 1 minute. Don't think for 1 minute that if we fail, that people are going to point finger at the players alone or the GFF alone. Everybody will be blamed. And so how they say you need to drink responsibly. Everybody need to start acting responsibly. I've been telling you that though contracts have been signed, there are serious relational issues between the federation and the players, and it continues to show up. And until we sit down and have mediation, this will not change. I am sure. We keep putting band-aid over the sore and thinking signing a contract is going to fix this issue. It will not. When you're all adults, you need to sit down and talk for the sake of Jamaica's football. It is embarrassing that these keep happening. Embarrassing. And all of your players and federation. Embarrassing. We're acting like little children. Somebody get offended, something is said and something is done, and everybody trying to be spiteful and hurt and carrying feelings. This is the nation's football. Have some pride in our country. People died so we could get independence. We're having some petty things. Destroying one of the central sports in our nation. They just stop it. And everybody get on board. You just sit down and talk and pave a pathway that will produce the best result for everyone. And if we can't get along, brethren, I am sure that all of this campaigning will be rubbish. Because a kingdom divided by itself is bound and compound, as my grandmother would say, to fall. I am sure. No bones about it. Cross. I'm angry and I'm miserable because this is going on for too long. It's time for it to stop. We have a World Cup campaign. We have the Gold Cup coming up. You hear me? Yeah. Hope you dig that. Alright, let me cool down the temperature a little bit and talk about some NBA basketball. Whoa. Are there any surprises? Well. So let me give you what is happening. So by the end of this week, the first run is going to be finished. Alright? So how things are shaping up. So at the time of this video, Brooklyn is up. Philadelphia is up. Milwaukee has swept the Miami Heat. I think that is the biggest disappointment so far, that Miami Heat were swept by Milwaukee. But Milwaukee came into this series with vengeance, having been demolished by the Heats in the bubble last year, in last year playoffs. And so Milwaukee Bucks have already gone through. And then the New York Knicks are down to the Atlanta Hawks. And so by the time I do my next video, here are the 4 teams from the East. One change to my original prediction. I did have the Knicks in 7, but they are down now. And so, barring a miracle, I am sure that Atlanta is going to get the best of them. So it will be, as I said before, Philadelphia, easy winners over Washington. The Celtics have put up some fight, but Kemba Walker is now injured, so they are out. Brooklyn all the way, Milwaukee is through, and Atlanta is going to go through. And that's it. Now, in the second round, the most interesting series will be the games between Brooklyn and the Bucks, because the Bucks showed in this Miami series that they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. Yep. Over in the West, I think everything is kind of looking and shaping up the way I anticipated, right? At the time of this video, the Utah Jazz are 3-1 up against Memphis Grizzlies, so Utah is going to win that. The Phoenix Suns and the LA Lakers are tied at 2-2 with an injured Anthony Davis for the LA Lakers. But I think if AD, like I said in the last video, if Chris Paul gets well, Phoenix has a chance. If AD doesn't come back, Phoenix is going to win. Once AD come back, the Lakers will take the series. All right? And then the series between the LA Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks, that's tied at 2-2. I don't think the Mavs have enough to stop the Clippers, and this is going to go Clippers in 7. Luka Doncic is who they are depending on. The other guys are too inconsistent. Hardaway is inconsistent. Fenzi Simit is inconsistent. Pablo Porzingis is consistent. They have too many inconsistent players on that team for them to beat the LA Clippers. I think Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, they have stepped up their game, and Reggie Jackson is playing some good basketball as well. So I'm thinking the Clippers are going to take it. Now, the Portland and Denver Nuggets series is one of those series that I think Portland is going to get it, but this is going to go down to Game 7 as well. I'm still going to pick Portland, but I would not be surprised if the Denver Nuggets also came out on top. Later, we're going to be doing, you need to watch the channel because we have a video. Now, you may watch this video on the Friday, and you may need to go back because we have our regular in-house panelist Pioneer who's going to be on, and we have Chris Lynch who's going to be on, and we have a special guest, works at KLAS FM 89. His name is Zidane Matthews. He's going to be on the show. So if you're watching this on Friday, you probably need to check the show, the video before this one, so you can watch that, because that's going to be a really good show. Yeah, it's going to be live, and you can chip in and ask your questions. All right, so that's the NBA, and that's some football. Let me give you some track and field. Brianna Williams on the weekend, she ran almost 11 flat to have now the under 20 record for Jamaica. And her coach Atto Bolden is saying that Brianna is going to run 1080 leading up to the Olympics, so she's coming back into form. And this is going to be interesting because we also have a Kemba Nelson who is running well. Shelly is running well. Well, you have Janelle Smith who is still out there. You have Natasha Morrison, and you have Elaine. This Jamaica 100 meters is going to be loaded. I'm talking about female. It's going to be very competitive. Because the athletes are doing very well. I know Kevona Davis is doing well, but I don't think she's going to be in the mix for the 100 meters. Maybe for the 200. I see Sharika Jackson running low 11s in the 100 meters as well. But I think she's just doing that for preparation for the 200, because I think she's going to stick to the 200, right? Tajay Gale On the male side, Tajay Gale is running some good times. And Nigel Ellis as well. But there's no standout performance from our male athletes in the 100 meters. I think Tajay Gale is developing speed for the long jump, because I think he's going to be a medalist in the long jump at the Olympics. So look out for that. And Kimberly Williams and Ricketts are doing well in the triple jump. I'm expecting medals from them. But congrats to Brianna, congrats to Kemba, Nelson, Akira Nugent as well in the hurdles, doing well. And then the women 110 hurdles is going to be interesting as the men 110 hurdles. You would have heard that on Saturday as well. Hyde, 400-meter hurdler, you know, after being out for a while, came back and did very fantastic time. You know, season opener, 49 high, but good season opener for him. So look out for him. He's a fighter, a very gifted athlete, and I think he's going to be somewhere around here at the national championships. And so, you know, look out for them. Natalia Gould is doing well in the 800 meters. She has been finishing in the top threes in the Diamond League. And Samoya Campbell just returned from injury. I mean, her story, you need to check out the Samoya Campbell story. Samoya Campbell, 2 years ago, after being this top 800-meter runner behind Natasha Gould, did several surgeries. She was doing a race, and this is what she shared. She was doing a race, her lace got unpulled, and she fell and had to do knee surgery. It wasn't done properly. And then the next thing you know, she couldn't walk any at all. She had to learn to walk again. And she comes out and she wins the 800 meter at the Destiny Olympic preparation meet at the National Stadium. I mean, tears were flowing from her eyes. And, you know, I'd love for her to make the Olympic team just because of the fight and the grit that she had to put in. And if you are out there and listen, and you are falling down, pick yourself back up, man, and try again. Don't give up. Don't give up. You understand me? Don't give up. Keep on fighting. Keep on trusting. Listen, don't let the fat lady sing on you. It's never over until God says it is over. Keep fighting. Keep pressing. Keep pushing. You understand me? Get up again. Try again. Work again. Keep going at it. Right? Don't let failures define you. Don't let failures define you. Fail forward, learn from the last mistake, and move on, move up, and move ahead. That's what I want to share with you. When you hear these stories of this young lady coming from injuries to run again, learning to walk, and now running and winning a race, it means that you can do it. You're not too old. Listen, it's not over yet. You can do it. Just beat your chest and say, I can do this. Because you don't know, Philippians tell us, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Bam! That is it right there. I am sure you can. I believe in you because you believed in me. I was told that this thing could not work. That I can't have a channel. I don't have anything to talk about. But I have close to 500 subscribers. Try. I am sure good will come out. Listen, I want to thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. Please remember, subscribe. Smash the like button. Tell somebody about it, please. Share it with somebody, right? And when you watch this, go over to Irie Times TV. Check them out. They are doing a good thing. Check out Kim Righteous. Do a jingle. Check out the channel. Here we have a little jingle, a promo video on it from Kim Righteous. You understand, the big Jamaican artist over there. Yeah, man, over there in Baltimore, Maryland, in that area, doing great things. Though we don't hear about him locally in Jamaica. Check out his music on Spotify. Yeah, check out Beautiful Inspiration, Beauty Salon, and Main Street, Pineapple Orchard. If you go there and tell them, say, you subscribe to I Am Sure Sports, they give you discount. I am sure. Well, big up and bless up. And I will see you when I see you. Remember, stay tuned. because we have many good things coming up in this week's shows. I am sure, indeed.